Katie Burrs, and this is my stakeholder project. The topic of my project is the unequal employment opportunity at UF Health Jacksonville Doctor's Office. The first theory that I'm using for my project is the fundamental attribution error. This is commonly known as the discounting of any given situation. The research behind this theory was done by Edward Jones and Victor Harris in 1967 at Duke University. During this time, students were asked to read a debater's speeches that were either supporting or attacking Cuba's current leader. Then, after that, they had to decide if the debater's attitude was due to his beliefs or it was something fake that he was given and he had to do. Well, it turns out that the debater was told that he had to take a side against Cuba's leader. However, even when the students discovered this information, they still believed the debater was disliked Cuba's leader from his own demeanor, instead of being told that he had to take that position. This research reveals just how easy and how often people tend to contribute one's looks or actions to their demeanor rather than actually examine that person's situation and look at the big picture at what could be causing that person to look or act in that way. The second theory that I am using is the cognitive dissonance theory. And this theory was developed by Leon Festinger in 1957, and it means that whenever two simultaneous thoughts are inconsistent with one another, we feel dissonance or tensions within ourselves. Festinger believed that to reduce this unpleasant arousal, we often adjust our thinking. Studies have shown that the majority of people would rather support and be in support of any given information rather than challenging it constantly. At times, cognitive dissonance will make us adopt hypocritical attitudes in order to justify our own actions. Social psychologists Carol Chavez and Elliot Aronson stated a great example. A president who has justified his action to himself, believing he has the truth, becomes impervious to self-correction. So often, when we think that we are right and no one else is right at all, everybody else is wrong, then we close ourselves off to anyone else's opinions that could potentially be right as well. Another example is the Democratic President Lyndon Johnson's biographer described him as someone who held to his beliefs, even when sinking in the quagmire of Vietnam, regardless of the actual facts of the matter. The majority of people want to believe that they have all the answers and will go to great lengths before they even admit that they are wrong. They will go to great lengths just to prove that they are right about something. The next theory that I'm using is the self-perception theory. And self-perception theory states that when our attitudes are unclear to us, we observe our behaviors, and then from there we infer our attitudes from them. Darrell Bem stated in 1972, "What we freely say and do can be self-revealing. To paraphrase an old saying, how do I know what I think until I hear what I say and see what I do?" When an employer is unsure of whether or not they want to hire someone who is obese or overweight, they may look back to their previous behaviors toward others in a similar situation and derive their behavior from that experience, which often can be very negative, affecting the current situation. Now, my solution to this problem at UF Health Jacksonville is going to be to enforce exercise and nutrition within the doctor's office. Now, step one in my solution is going to be to hire an enthusiastic trainer who is not only passionate about their own fitness, but as well as passionate as well for helping others to reach their goals, whether it is fitness goals, nutrition goals, just getting to know them on a more personal level to help them reach their goals in life in general as well. The office will have an on-site gym that will be similar to a CrossFit gym. It's not going to be a gym just with treadmills and ellipticals and some dumbbells set up so people can do some bicep curls. People and the individuals that use this gym will be mainly using their bodies as the machines rather than just hopping on the elliptical for 10 minutes. Using your body as the machine is a much better way to get a greater workout in intensity. And then, Mondays and Thursdays, the trainer will instruct 10 classes a day on both of those days. These classes are going to be high-intensity, functional fitness classes. There's still going to be equipment used, such as dumbbells, kettlebells, a GHD machine, barbells, medicine balls, but the most important equipment is going to be that individual. In addition, functional fitness incorporates all aspects of fitness, so speed, agility, strength, as well as aerobic capacity. In addition, attendance is going to be mandatory. So for every staff member, they are going to have to go to one class on both of those days that the classes are given. So Monday and Thursday, they have to attend one. In addition to that, they are going to complete the take-home workout that will be given on Monday. They're going to complete that workout 3 other days of the week for a total of 5 workouts each week. Scan cards are also going to be issued to each staff member as a way for management to see who is actually going to the gym completing those workouts. Once a month, a nutrition professional is going to present a brief lecture on the benefits of eating real food, as well as staying away from sugar, processed, or artificial foods. Each week that a staff member completes all 5 workouts in that week that they are supposed to, they will be given a discount for Native Sun, which is a health food store that can be a little bit more pricey. So this discount will encourage them to go and find healthier foods as well as help them afford it. Medical professionals should be examples of an optimal healthy lifestyle, not a lifestyle that is full of obesity and disease, the exact things that they are working to cure as a whole. Now, I do foresee some possible issues that could arise, and so I have thought of some solutions for those issues. The first one is staff non-compliance. A sense of accountability should be established in hopes to maintain compliance and motivation. Often, if people know that they have a whole other group of people that are counting on them and looking up to them to complete a certain task, that will give them much more motivation to actually get it done. And they will feel a sense of guilt if they don't complete it for that day. The next one is scheduling conflicts. Each staff member will all have different conflicts with their schedule, whether it's work, family, any other activities that are going on. However, with 10 classes a day on Monday and Thursday, it will be possible for them to get it done if they make it a priority. And we are asking them to make it a priority in order to remain employed at UF Health Jacksonville. We all make time for what we want. So if this is something that they want to do, then they will find the time for it. Whether it's getting up extra early before work, before you take the kids to school, or even on your lunch break, there is a way to get it done. The next and final issue that I can foresee is the claim that eating healthy is too expensive. I've already heard it several times before. So what I would do is introduce them to places like Freshfield Farms, where you can buy high quality fresh meats, fruits, and vegetables. Awesome food that is not processed in any way. It's all hormone free, antibiotic free, good for you food for a low price. It is not expensive, very affordable. Grocery stores such as Publix, Native Sun, and other health food stores, they can be pricey unless you find some good sales and stock up on certain items when they are on sale. But the discount given for the staff that completes all 5 workouts that week, that will help them be able to afford these Native Sun. A few closing thoughts that I would definitely instill. I would definitely strongly note to the staff at the nutrition meeting that ultimately it is their body and their lifestyle, but how important it is that they prioritize fitness and nutrition to remain employed at UF Health Jacksonville, and that this is something that they want to do. It is a lifestyle, and they should be the prime examples of that healthy lifestyle. In addition, the price for high quality foods will always be cheaper than the price that they will be paying as a result of diseases that may come along. Some other gyms and companies that would help implement my solution include Hard Exercise Works, which is a CrossFit style gym, and then Bold City CrossFit in addition to them. Some health food stores are Native Sun, Freshfield Farms, and then Kathy's Table is a meal prep company that delivers food to your home. It would deliver it to the office, and it is dairy-free, gluten-free, good options of high quality food that the staff could eat, and it would be delivered to them, which would be even more of a convenience. So this is my stakeholder project,